You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, which is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Driving your vehicle onto the beach for a bit of surf fishing or family fun is an activity many of us look forward to each year.
But doing so is more than just making sure you pack the sunscreen and the fishing poles.
So what is a surf fishing vehicle permit? It's comprised of three different things: the tag itself, the decal that goes on it, as well as the receipt. You have to carry the receipt with you at all times. It basically stands in as a general fishing license for all the areas that are designated for surf fishing. The vehicle equipment. First, you don't have to necessarily have a long handle shovel, but I would like a long handle shovel. You know why? I want to save my back. You know, it's kind of a pain to dig out. Plus, I really don't want to be getting too close to a vehicle that's sitting on sand, and that's going to give you some distance from it. You really want a tire pressure gauge that can read below 20. You want to be between 50 and 20 PSI, and why is that? Because you're literally going to, as he said, widen and lengthen the footprint of your tire on the sand. That's going to hopefully give you some more traction. The jack, that's going to be really important. This wooden board is also really important. What don't you want to do with that wooden board? Put it under the tire, exactly, because what's going to happen if you start trying to accelerate with a wood? It's going to spit it out, it's going to turn it into a projectile, and now you might end up hitting somebody. That's a bad day for everybody involved, right? It's specifically to create a surface on which that jack can rest so that it doesn't sink down into the sand. So the reason that you want to keep all of this equipment on hand is so that you can potentially ask somebody else, hey, I've got the equipment, I need to be snatched. You know, can you help me out, right?
One other thing about parking, so the reason we kind of swing around and face the dunes is we want to go straight back. We don't want to have to turn our wheel, because if we turn our wheel when we're not moving, this starts to happen, right? We start to dig in, we start to build up sidewalls, and that's a really good way to get yourself stuck. So one row of vehicles, right? We don't want to be stacked, as I'm sure Mike talked about. That creates dangerous situations if there's an emergency. Your plates, your tags are visible, so it's nice and easy for the rangers to see that you're supposed to be here. It's really hard to explain how it feels to drive on the beach in a classroom or online, right? Really, the only way you can get used to how the vehicle moves, how you need to back up, keep yourself safe, is by getting out and doing it. We have a lot of people who come to the program and they're like, oh, I'm worried I'm going to get stuck on this program. Everybody's going to laugh at me. And then, you know, they go through and they're nice and happy by the end, you know, feel like they can go out and do it by themselves. So that's a really rewarding experience.
We always say turn off traction control. You don't want something else mitigating between you and you know what your vehicle's doing. And we always say no to low and put it in 4 high, right? These are the basic settings that you're going to need to be out there. The other thing is you really want to avoid standing water or anything that kind of looks like a dark area. That's going to be really soupy. You're going to get stuck in that pretty quickly. Tide and time wait for no man, especially when you're surf fishing. That tide's going to keep coming in and it can sneak up on you, and all of a sudden you can find yourself in a scenario where you're sitting in very wet sand, right? So you want to be aware of that. You also don't want to drive in the dunes. You're going to get fines, but it also could ruin the dunes. The dunes are what protect the tides from overcoming the beaches and then showing up on Route 1 and flooding Route 1 out.